Okay, today, everybody, we are now at the second stage of the flame body. I would like to take time to explain what we're going to do here. So today we're going to do technique 3 and 4. We're going to do both. Hopefully, if we have the time. I know that your homework was to do the Eckasha Quick Seal on a daily and complete technique 2, awake, aware, and able. And I did explain in our last session a little bit about flame body, and I do want to take the time to explain a little bit more as I have been able to read more from the document that I referred you to that's in the master study guide, which walks you through the basic beginner techniques. There is a manual there, which is very useful, and I have been reading it, and it's really been making it very clear to me more about what we're doing here. So what I'm going to do for the moment is I am going to share the flame body graphic. So what we have done here and what you have done after completing technique 2 is you have released the astral body to open the density 1 to density 2 frequency bands via the lock seals releasing. Okay, this is allowing you to astral project. You're developing your scale of astral projection as you are releasing that seal and allowing your astral body, which is mimicking your physical vessel, right? But from the etheric realm and D4 realm, because you've activated strands 3 to 5. And as you progress, as you do your clearing with your Eckasha Quick Seal, you're going to activate more and more of those strands, which will allow you to astral travel. Okay. It allows your mental body awareness to traverse other regions of space, time, and density. So that is what you have achieved with technique 2. And so now we're moving on to technique 3, the Eros flame and the silver sanctum. So here is technique 3, the Eros flame and silver sanctum. The purpose of this one, so we've now released the EUMB passage below the navel. It's been opened with the celestite crystal. I don't know if you envisioned the celestite crystal, your own celestite crystal, you put it in that point below your navel. The celestite crystal is like a light blue color type of crystal. It released the dimensional lock 3, and it opened the radial body Eros field, causing the depolarization of the D12 Manu rayon field. And now the density 1 body is prepared to receive the frequencies of the fully activated celestite crystal and the density 1 Eros flame Eckasha body or silver sanctum. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. We are activating the dormant internal flame of Eros within the density 1 physical body Templar. And we're releasing more seals, and we're activating the pale silver blue cord below the navel. So what this is doing is it's actively, rapidly clearing radial body distortions and restoring the natural memory matrix while opening the radial body to the inner eccentric flame of our universal Vecca system. Okay, so we're developing the astral body, the soul body, and the angelic body for travel. We're activating the DNA strand templates 4, 5, and 6, and corresponding fire codes for strand braiding is rapidly expedited when we're doing this particular technique. So it's allowing as well for density 1 Stargate Ascension passage. So that's why we are releasing these seals, acquiring more consciousness, activating or merging and connecting with the Huva bodies. And we're transmuting a lot of the miasms. Specifically in this meditation, we're clearing and transmuting the unnatural metatronic 4th black heart of Anubis, also known as the warden of the underworld Epsilon gates implant, which is in the EUMB below the navel. We are clearing the Anubis metatronic implant, which is also preventing the flaming blue sword or the D13R Melchizedek current from causing monadic reversal in our DNA strands 1, 2, 3 of the DNA template. So we are healing and flipping it back where it should be, and we are activating ourselves at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to start to get into the technique 3, the Eros flame and silver sanctum. I am going to recite the meditation here now with you, and you are going to relax and sit up straight and focus on your breathing as we are going to enter into a more meditative state. So relax and breathe slowly while focusing the mental body attention on the Yumbi point just below the navel. Imagine your consciousness as a spark of pale silver Maharic light placed within the celestite crystal sphere within the Yumbi point. With your attention focused there at the crystal, at the Yumbi, give the mental command, shift now to the etheric body vehicle, and imagine your etheric body moving out to the right of your physical body, the right side, with the silver spark of your consciousness placed within the brain center, pineal gland of the etheric body. From the etheric body, the Eros flame within and surrounding the body can be activated. Using the vertical breathing rhythm of running the Maharic current within your physical body, you will move this silver spark within the etheric body. Inhale the Maharic current up from earth core and into the fourth heart chakra. In one breathing moment of breathing motion, exhale the Maharic current into the heart chakra and direct its flow downward to the celestite crystal at the Yumbi. These are Maharic breaths. You breathe in Maharic current up from the earth core and exhale to expand into the heart chakra and then down into the celestite crystal. Good. One more time. Breathe in Maharic current into your heart, expanding it down again to the Yumbi point, into the celestite crystal. Inhale deeply with your attention focused on the celestite crystal. Then exhale forcefully into the crystal while imagining that the celestite crystal moves with the breath in the Yumbi cord and to the right, passing from your physical body into the Yumbi of the etheric body now, which is beside you. Imagine that the pale silver blue celestite crystal is now nesting comfortably with the Yumbi point of the etheric body. Bring your attention to the pale silver spark at the pineal gland of the etheric body. Inhale in the physical body, then exhale forcefully while imagining the silver spark rides the breath current, moving rapidly down from the etheric pineal into the celestite crystal at the etheric Yumbi point. When the silver spark intersects with the celestite crystal, a momentary etheric flaring occurs as the celestite crystal bursts into a small pale silver blue Eros flame about 1.5 inches high within the etheric body Yumbi. Inhale, exhale, imagine the pale silver blue Eros flame spreading throughout every atom of the etheric body, turning the pale blue-gray etheric body into a brilliant, glowing, shimmering, pale silver blue etheric body that glows and pulses, sending rays of pale silver blue energy outward through and beyond the etheric body into the biofield with every pulse. Focus your attention on the small Eros flame at the etheric body Yumbi and inhale, using the breath to draw the Eros flame through the Yumbi cord and into the physical body Yumbi point. Exhale forcefully, using your breath to push the Eros flame down to the 13th chakra at Earth's core. When the Eros flame enters the chakra seals of chakra 13, again the Eros flame momentarily flares, filling every atom in the physical body with the pale silver blue Eros Maharata divine blueprint frequency. Sense the release of the Eros wave or E-wave within the physical body as a gentle ripple of energy that moves simultaneously in all directions throughout the physical body. With your attention focused on the Eros flame at chakra 13, inhale and draw the flame upward to the fourth heart chakra. Focus your attention on the inside of that flame and exhale to rapidly expand the flame within the heart chakra and outward throughout the body until the Eros flame is fully expanded around the entire body and outward several feet in your auric field. forming the pale silver blue Eckasha inner sanctum body capsule. Now direct your attention back to the etheric body upright, positioned to the right of your physical body, which is there. Inhale, drawing the etheric body horizontally back into the physical body to fully align. And the activated Eros flame Eckasha capsule will momentarily flare as the Eros flame phase locks within both the etheric and physical bodies. The Eckasha seal Eros flame and the celestite crystal are now fully activated. The celestite crystal will remain in position at the etheric body Iumbi until you use the next techniques 1, 2, 3 sequence to reactivate and amplify the Eros flame activation, at which time the celestite crystal will again be found on the granite slab within the sleeping room at the bottom of the 22-step spiral staircase, which you had visited before in the previous technique. Good. So that completes technique 3, the Eros flame and the silver sanctum. So now what we're looking at is we're looking at the graphics to explain the eternal flame of Amara and the throne of power, which is our next technique that we will complete together. Okay, so please take time to look at these graphics. They have so much going on with them. Like I mentioned before, there's quite a bit of detail. They're really well done in explaining what's going on here. And I hope that you can see that graphic, right? Thumbs up. Okay. Yay. Okay, good. It's working. And this is technique 4. And with technique 4, we typically we would do the Eckasha Quick Seal before this, and Awake, Aware, and Able before this, and then of course the technique that we just did. So this technique initiates the opening of the Silver Sanctum Amara activation, which is initiating the permanent opening of the natural density 2 pale gold cord in the thymus gland. So we're moving up to a different location now. We are going to clear density 3, D7, D8, and D9 for oversoul body travel. Activating the DNA strand template 789 and the corresponding fire codes for expedited accelerating the rate of natural oversoul integration while progressively awakening density 2 planetary reincarnational memory. So after this meditation, you might find memories coming in as you're healing and activating that DNA as a result of this meditation. It progressively harmonizes the awakening, healing, and integration of the probable selves, elementals, shadow selves from the D4, D5 astral archetypal minds. And we are also opening the natural communication lines between density 1 incarnate, density 2 soul, and density 3 oversoul identities. Okay, so as we discussed before, when we are bringing in more of this frequency, opening up into the radial body, we are accessing the Huva bodies that reside within that radial body. And we're forming a link to a communication line with that, which is super exciting. This is something to celebrate. This is something that finally makes sense. Everyone always wants to know, how can I merge with my higher selves? This is how, right? We are also transmuting and clearing the unnatural metatronic Apollyon 666 seed atom implant, which is in the thymus and heart chakra. So we're clearing that, okay? More details on those implants that I have just referred to in this session can be found. I will find resources for you if you're interested on why they're there, how they got there. But they're unnatural, but they came with us in this incarnation, in this physical body, right? And so our job is to clear it. That's what we're here to do. It also prevents that flaming blue sword, the D13R Melchizedek current, from causing the monadic reversal in the DNA strands 4, 5, and 6 of the DNA template. We are also dissolving the inorganic electrostatic net in the density 2 radial body. Clearing the net prevents the unnatural transfer of the density 2 mental body to the shadow body during sleep and projection. right? And provides a density 1 and density 2 physical bodies with sufficient frequency holding capacity to sever density 2 shadow dancer cords and to heal the personal density 2 shadow body. So we're also actively going to heal our shadow body within the flame body techniques as well. And doing this as well protects you from the net, which protects you when you're dreaming and sleeping and astral projecting. Okay, so let's begin. I am going to begin by bringing you through the next technique, the eternal flame of Amara and the throne of power. Again, this one is quite brief, and I'm going to get you to, again, get into the meditative space with your breath in your chair, sitting up tall and relaxing. And I will lead you through technique 4, commanding the silence from the inner throne of power. Now, taking a few moments with your breath, move your mental attention to the focus point on the top of your breastbone at chakra 8, which is just above chakra 4 and below chakra 5, below the clavicle. Beneath this position on the physical body lies the Azare, the tiny central control center for the embodied Kathara grid template, within the base of the thymus gland. With attention focused on the Azare, imagine that a deep azure blue azurite crystal sphere is located within the Azare. Within the azurite crystal lies the throne of power, the center point of the embodied Eka God seed, through which the eternal flame of Amara embodies. Here, this location. Imagine now that your awareness is a spark of pale silver Maharic light. As this spark of Maharic light, imagine that you are traveling in the center of the azurite crystal sphere to the gateway of the Amara flame of eternal Christed love. Imagine the Amara gateway as the tiny Maharic silver egg, the cosmic Amara egg, encased within a deep azure blue spherical standing wave. Imagine that you, as the eternal Maharic spark, move to the center of this Amara egg within the azurite crystal. You have entered the place of your eternal birthright. You have entered the hallowed ground of your original divine heritage as a living expression of the one God source, the Amara egg. Within the Amara gateway and Manu azurite flame is the eternal still point through which the still small voice of the God self within speaks. Visualize or intend that you, as the spark of Maharic light, are now positioned within the Amara gateway, a pale silver spark of light encased within the pale silver Amara egg. Within the eternal azurite flame of the deep azure blue azurite crystal sphere, the inner epicenter point of creation. Here, all things are eternally still, calm, and peaceful. Here is the sanctuary within, the inner temple of Kemelohate, the eternal safe ground, and perpetual guardian of one's personal, eternal, direct relationship to God Source. Inhale Maharic current up from the 13th chakra at Earth's core and into the azurite crystal center, in the Amara gateway, through the azurite flame and into the Amara egg. Exhale gently, filling the egg with the Maharic current, and imagine now that the egg has begun to awaken, responding to your intention and desire to return to the at-one-ment with your God self. The Amara egg now fills with pulsating pale silver Maharic light and expands, growing larger and larger, extending outward to encase your physical body in a beautiful shimmering egg of eternal life. Imagine now that you can sense the living presence of God Source and your personal God self everywhere around you. You are encased with its eternal love, mercy, protection, and divine understanding. Imagine that you can see and feel the Amara egg fully encasing your physical body, and that the azurite flame of deep azure blue extends into the room, fully enshrouding you within the Amara egg capsule. Extend your imagination to remember that beyond the azurite flame is the azurite crystal sphere. Sense the azurite crystal as extending 20 feet or more around your physical body in the room. You have brought your throne of power directly to the 3D world now. You are the still point now. You have brought the Amara gateway directly to the doorstep of D3 finite creation. From this point of eternal power and love, you can heal all, understand all, love all, co-create all. Within the Amara egg, you and God Source are one. You are now your God Self. Breathe slowly and gently. Feel the truth of your God Self here, now, eternal. Feel the truth of your peace. Acknowledge and fully affirm this with strength, repeating out loud the following. Please repeat after me. Declaration of the God Self. Speak the words of your truth now. I am peace now. I am at one with all. I am in a safe and loving universe now. I am love, and I am loved. I am innocent. I am healed. I know my eternal truth now. I am my eternal truth now. I am one with God now. I express as God now. And so it is. Feel this reality and frequency of the words. Speak this truth to every atom and cell in your physical body. Speak this truth strongly and continually until you have generated a critical mass of energy and intention that is strong enough to call in silence, surrender, and healing all shadow voices of fear and limitation. Repetition of this truth will build the reality of its strength into a tangible, impermeable living wave form of eternal truth, love, and power. Inhale deeply, draw the Mahara current up again to the Azare point at the thymus gland. Exhale the current into the Azare and feel the current rapidly expand to every atom and cell in your physical, emotional, and mental body. The Mahara current is the carrier wave through which your affirmation of eternal truth is carried to every part of your being. Notice now if there's any tension, fear, discomfort, unease, mental, emotional, physical distraction occurring within your being. Pay attention to how your body feels and seek out areas of self that are resisting the spoken truth of the God Self within. When you locate this area of resistance, focus your attention on it and reinstate your divine conviction. I am the voice of peace. I am the voice of knowing. I am the voice of God's self. I now address thee and send to you now from my unlimited store of eternal power and love any healing that you may require. After addressing and sending the divine intention of healing and love to the area of resistance within you, inhale my heart current into the Azare point. Exhale the carrier wave into the Azare, allowing it to carry your stated gift of healing and love to every area of your being. Imagine that you are directing part of the Mahara carrier wave directly to the discovered areas of resistance. Breathe several Maharic breaths in and through the Azare, throne of power, sending this gift of love and healing to all disharmonic energies within you. Good. Take a deep inhale of Mahara current into the Azare. Hold the breath as long as you can while mentally affirming, I decree the following intention from this, my throne of power, in your mind. Exhale forcefully and feel your entire body, every atom, every cell, poise itself in readiness to receive divine instruction. Now mentally or out loud, affirm the following. Return now to my world of intention in calm and centered peace and productivity. I command now the silence of the eternal God mind. I embrace now the stillness within. I go forth now in joyous victory. So as it is decreed, so as it is done. Inhale Maharic current directly from the Azare. Exhale horizontally. Use the exhale breath to expand the Maharic wave disk outward from the Azare, extending its perimeter to touch the inside of the Amara egg around your physical body. Inhale, imagine that the disk is now contracting with the inhale breath, drawing the Amara egg, Azurite flame, and Azurite crystal back into the Azare. Exhale once more into the Azare, using the exhale breath to deposit your throne of power back into its home station within the Azare in the thymus gland. Open your eyes and feel the loving power that lives always now within you. In times of stress, draw the Maharic breath into the Azare and the crystal within it to stimulate and reactivate the God Self-Truth affirmation wave.